Alright, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching this word of truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. I was watching I was watching the apostles videos, a couple of elders videos, a couple of the Akims videos, and I came across a news article to do a lesson on, and it has to do with Donald Trump and him. He said that in saying that he's going to stop making pennies. Because saying that it costs too much, so he's going to stop minting pennies. And, that just leads to the ditch of the paper currency, the physical, tangible currency. They're trying to, how do you say? They're trying to phase in this new form of currency, the CBDC. Which leads to the MOTB, So I got the article, and I got a video I'm going to play from, I believe his name is Dabu7. I'm going to play it. So this ain't going to be a long lesson. Lord, this is edifying. Get some precepts in the meantime as well. Alright, this is from ABC 8 News. I got this from watching the Apostle Aram Lab's video. He had this in his description box. And Lord's will, when I upload this video, I'll leave the link in the description box if I remember. It says, "So long, penny. Trump orders U.S. to ditch 1-cent coin after decades of complaints." Says the lowly penny, the forgotten mainstay of coin jars and cup holders everywhere, may soon be no more. President Donald Trump announced Sunday he's ordered his administration to cease production of the 1-cent coin, whose buying power is long past its prime. It says advocates for ditching the penny cite its high production costs. Currently almost 4 cents per penny, according to the U.S. Mint, and limited utility. It says fans of the penny cite its usefulness in charity drives and relative bargain in production costs. Salakia. Fans of the penny cite its usefulness in charity drives and relative bargain in production costs compared with the nickel, which costs almost 14 cents to mint. And to be honest, I actually looked that up, and like it says, how much does it cost to make a penny? It says 3.7 cents. So they said almost 4 cents it costs to make 1 penny, And they said that that's too much. This is an ass backwards society where it costs more money to make less money. It costs you more money to make less money. Figure that out. And that's why Esau got to be taken out of power, because everything that he does is adverse to nature. And he does everything adverse to the Heavenly Father. That's why he's known as Satan's children, the seed of the wicked. Since I'm here, Let me see. Yeah, and it says each of the 5-cent coins costs almost 14 cents to make. That's crazy. But yeah, 3.7 cents to make a penny. Let me get what's that? Get a quick preset. There's the book of James, chapter 5, verse 1, starting at 1. And you see the subheading, it says, misuse of riches. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Yeah. And this is going out to Esau and all his cronies. You know, the top banking families. You know, they're trying to start this great reset and get everybody hooked on CBDC and the MOTB. You know, those acronyms. You're gonna get quite familiar with those acronyms in these last days. You know, central bank digital currency and the mark of the beast. Because you know the global elites basically the game of the American dream is dead. The game is over. Now they're moving in to like Klaus Schwab said, you'll own nothing and be happy. They're here, the global elites are here to claim to stake their claim to the American people and to the world for that matter. But they definitely want the American people, you know, because China's already doing it, and the other nations are going to start doing it. I gotta do more research to see if the other nations are doing it, but I know for sure China's already doing it with the digital currency. I watched the Apostle Gabar's video earlier today, where a guy that's from Ghana, he lives in I believe China, and he pays for everything with his phone, and that's what they want you to get used to until they come out with that C-hip, that micro C-hip, you know. Let me see something. Let me see if I could play this video real quick. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
What's up, guys? D7 back at you again. And it looks like this time it's begun in terms of them doing away with all of our fiat currency. It's beginning. Trump is literally stopping the printing of pennies at this point because it costs too much to make. And I'm here to tell you the nickel's the same way, and it's just gonna domino effect from here. This is the official beginning of them stopping printing our change as we know it, our currency here in America. The penny will be no more after this year. They'll still be in circulation, but they're going to phase all this out. You're going to see that this is part of a plan that I've been trying to tell you about, warn everybody about for years now.
Yeah, I got to stop Dabu 7 right there, because even though he said he's been warning for years, really the men of great millstone, starting with the apostles and elders, you know, they've been warning the people for years, you know, down to young brothers like myself. They've been warning the brothers of great millstone, been warning the people for decades. He said years. The apostles going on decades. They got at least at least 3 to 4 decades under their belts. Belt notches in their belt, you know, warning the people about this upcoming event, this upcoming calamity, you know. So I got to put that out there first and foremost. And that's why we say double honors to the apostles and elders, because they kept it real and they haven't wavered, and they still go out and teach, and they still go out and preach. So I had to get that out there.
They're going to convert this whole thing into a digital system. Okay, you can call it what you want. They threw the people a bone with the whole executive order on a CBDC, for those not intelligent enough to see. With the other hand, they came through pushing Trump coin, Melania coin, World coin, and want to be the capital of the crypto universe, which is blockchain. And we've warned you about this through and through. All they got to do is tell people to download a wallet, and they're going to start getting all their stuff. Dude, digital dollars is what's about to happen. And this is the beginning of the end. People are going to think it's cool to be able to pay for things, just a swipe of their phone, eventually their hand with a chip in it.
Yeah, you see that? Dabu knows what's going on as well. Be like, it's like just like how I said. First is going to start with the phone, because people do that now. People go, you know, they pay for things with their phone, and certain people even swipe with their hands. But the only difference is that sooner or later, the ESO is going to make it mandatory. When I say ESO, I'm talking about the government, the global elites. They're going to make it mandatory. You know, these top banking families, they're going to make it mandatory that you get to see it. And like it says in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, you know, 16 and 17, and that they're going to cause, that they cause us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the charagma in their right hand or their forehead, and that no man might not buy or sell save he that had the mark, you know. So it's definitely here. You know, it's just a matter of time of when it comes out.
You already know where this goes, but it literally begins here in terms of doing away with our physical currency, fiat currency, the cash, or the change. It starts with the change, literally the penny, and it's going to work its way up. And once they introduce this digital dollar, so to speak, in the digital format, connected to blockchain, it's not the same as the other digital. Okay? When they do this and they get everybody onto it, over time, they'll just phase out the dollar. They'll say it's not being used no more, blah, 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 and it'll be phased out. So they won't even have a fight on their hands. But it starts just like this. Everything we ever warned about. So your freedom of privacy and everything else goes out the window when they convert all this digital and they collect all this up. So with copper going up and all the precious metals going up, pennies are worth way more than a penny. It costs way more than that just to make it. The same with the nickel and so on and so forth. And any old change, it's got 90% silver in it. You already know. Worth a whole lot more. You see that? Get your hands on it and keep it, hold on to it for a barter situation down the road. I'll leave a link. Join me in the live stream where I break.
Yeah. So you see, it's going down. All right. Let me get a couple more precepts and then I'll close. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16 and 17. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, a M-A-R-K, in their right hand or in their foreheads. When you look up that word charagma, when you look up that word mark, matter of fact, I might as well do it. Salakia. There you go.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
See? Charagma. It says a stamped and imprinted mark. You see? So, something that's embedded in your skin. And it's a subdermal implant. Sub meaning under, dermal meaning skin, and it's an implantable device. You know, you look up the root word for charagma, takes you to the word charax, which is a palisade or rampart, a pale or stake. That's the instrument that's going to implement the charagma. And then you look up the root word for that, for charax, it takes you to the word grapho, which is to write with reference to the form of the letters. And that's all your information, you know, your bank statements, your medical records, your ID, your passport, all of that's going to be on that micro C hip, that charagma. You see? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to, there's going to come a point in time that you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't have that charagma. And that's the truth. You know, if you believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to have to be off the grid. You know, you're going to have, you got, that's why we tell you to prepare yourself, get your mind ready that you're going to be homeless. You know, you're not going to have a phone. You're not going to have a car. You're not going to have a house to sleep in. You know, you're going to have to be on the move like pilgrims. You know, because Esau is going to make it to where if you want to be be connected to society, you have to get that charagma. And you know, if you've been paying attention and you've been following the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that we're not to get that charagma. You know, the penalty for getting that charagma is Revelation 14th chapter, 9th to 11th verse, where you're going to be part of that second death. You know, that fire and brimstone. The cup of the Lord's hand is going to be passed unto you without mixture. You're going to have to drink of that cup of the Lord's indignation. And nobody wants it. We don't want that. You know? Let me get something real quick. There's the book of Haggai, chapter 2, verse 8. It says, the silver is mine and the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. And you see the Lord is written in all capitals. So I'll let you know it's talking about the God of Israel, our Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. He said the silver is mine and the gold is mine. You see? So all of this fiat paper money that Esau has us using, the Lord's not dealing with that. When the Lord sends his son Yahweh Shai back to return to stake his rightful claim on the planet Earth, he's going to confiscate all the gold and silver that Esau has stolen from the nations and from us. You know? Like it tells you in the book of Joel, I believe it's the 3rd chapter, where he said that Esau has taken his goodly pleasant things. His goodly pleasant things, he's talking about the nation of Israel. You know, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. So, you know, just make sure you get mentally prepared. Yeah, make sure you get mentally prepared for this fiasco, because it's definitely going down. The book of Micah chapter 2 verse 10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Yeah. It's telling you to leave the world behind. That's not just a movie. That's going to become a way of life. We are to spiritually leave this world behind. You know? And it doesn't mean physically arise and depart. Mentally and spiritually arise and depart from this place. Because, you know, like it says, this is not our rest. This place is polluted. It's filthy. You know? Nothing but blood defileth the land. You know, the blood spilled from our northern tribe brothers, tribe of Gad, tribe of Reuben, tribe of Issachar, all the way down to the Negroes, the Southern Kingdom, when we got brought over here as cargo slave ships from the transatlantic slave trade, you know. Not to mention the sub-Saharan slave trade, the Indian Ocean slave trade. You know, the natives were getting traded 100 years before we got brought over to America. So, blood defileth the land. Like it tells you in the book of Numbers, the 35th chapter, the only way to cleanse the land is to spill the blood of him that shed the blood. So Esau's blood has to be shed in order to cleanse this land. That's why he's going to be destroyed when Yahushua returns. You know, it tells you that Yahushua going to get busy on these devils in Isaiah the 63rd chapter. You know, who coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra. You know, so, you know, this is an exciting time to be alive. It's beautiful yet dangerous times. But all we got to do is continue to trust in the Heavenly Father and His Son, and everything should be copacetic. You know, you got to believe. Let me see. So, yeah, I'll just end it there. Lord's will, you was edified. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.